Welcome, Wilderness fans. Sorry for the slow audio, but we were able to get a live stream going, so just took me a couple seconds extra as they dropped the puck to be able to get the audio connected. But here we are. Apologize for the delay, but at least we got to see a little video as Wilderness are going to take on the Mount Academy Saints, and they won the first faceoff, put it down on the offensive end. Saints are making their first trip into the Wilderness area, but been collected by the Wilderness and dropped back into the Saints zone. There on the forecheck is Flynn. Is right before they do a line change, and out comes ball, and he's going to put a little pressure on a tall Mount Academy Saint. Right there we get Kathy with the steal, and into the neutral zone the other way goes the Saints. First shot of the game goes to Lewis, and Lewis is able to corral it for the whistle. And we'll have a 0-0 game with 23:58 left to go in the first half. Apologize for not being able to get last night's game onto the video, but we didn't have a Wi-Fi selection. Today we seem to like we do. If you want to drop me a note on the page and let me know how the video quality and audio quality is, I can try to make adjustments. Also, if it's a little too choppy, we can make the adjustment to my phone. It looks like I've got a decent signal at least as the Saints come in. Backhanded shot stopped by Lewis and sent over to the left. Taken into the neutral zone where it's put right back in by the Saints. However, they're offsides and Hodgson's able to get to it quickly, sends it over to Wells. Wells drops it into the neutral zone, touched by ball and then picked up by a Saint. They put it right back to mid-ice, and they got an opportunity as a breakaway as it goes in towards Lewis. Shots taken, and it's put past Lewis on the left-hand side with the defensive breakdown. And the Saints take a 1-0 lead with 23:20 left in the first. People are trying to steal my coffee. 15s may never get a video done by me if they keep doing that. As of this second faceoff is taken by the Saints, put up into the air just in front of me and dropped back deep. Should be an icing call, and it is. We'll go back to the other end. For a faceoff. Stenholm steps in to take the faceoff. With the drop, goes back towards Wenatchee end. Controlled by Stenholm. He takes it behind the net, comes out front, sends a good pass by Stenholm. No one's there to recover it. And Saints are going to come back the other direction as they cross mid-ice, take it into the zone with the pass, but quickly picked up by Carruthers. Carruthers sends it over towards the left. Kimmerly gets it. He is knocked down on the ice, and we're going to have a penalty. So we've got a trip with 22:52 left in the first half, putting Wenatchee on the power play. Littler steps into the circle for the draw. Goes towards the Saints. Saints wrap it around behind the net. There to corral it is Jensen right in front of the blue line. He sends it back towards Littler. Littler from the top of the circle. Steps back, takes a look, back behind the net into the corner. And back out again. Just inside the blue line, sends it the other way. There to get it is Flynn. Flynn sends it towards the middle. Stopped by the goalie and sent out of play in our direction. Fans in this arena should be very careful as there is no netting and the puck can get very close to us, but makes for great video location as we're going to step back into the circle and Littler's going to try again. Faceoff goes back towards the Saints goalie. He corrals it quickly, and once again with 22:27 left in the first, we will have a faceoff for the Wilderness. This time Littler's able to get hold of it, gives it back to Flynn. Flynn sends it to Jensen just inside the blue line and then back over to Littler at the top of the circle. Jensen fakes the shot, sends it to Flynn, and Flynn takes the shot, and right there was Stenholm, but he could not quite make the connection on a great opportunity, and the puck goes all the way back to Lewis, and Lewis gets the glove on it and draws the whistle. go in for the faceoff. Taken by Wenatchee. That's Carruthers. He makes a good move, takes it in through the circle. He's going to carry it out of the zone himself. Past mid-ice all the way into the other side. And he takes the shot, and it goes in. Carruthers all the way from the back end on the power play. Does all the work on his own, and at 21-49, we now have a tie game. So Carruthers takes it all the way from behind the Wenatchee net through two players, and then puts it in underneath the legs of the Saints goalie to tie this one up. Good play by Stewart. Ball steps in, excuse me, that'll be Yates. Yates is going to step in for the draw. Sitting in the Wenatchee direction, but controlled by the Saints, and they make a circle, come through. Little bit of trip on the blue line, but it goes in behind the net. There to get it is Hodgson. Hodgson sends it up to Yates. Yates is going to carry it past the blue line, up towards through the circle, in behind the net. Takes a pass right before he goes behind the net. Comes out to Laurentis. Laurentis sends it towards the net, goes off to the left on the blocker by the Saints goalie, and they take possession, send it behind the net again. There to work at getting the puck back is Ball, yes. And Ball sends it back off the board in behind the net again. Saints are there, try to get it out, and they're successful as it goes into the neutral zone. A lot of sticks on the ice. Out with it comes a Saint, and he's going to get past our defense. But a good poke check by Laurentis takes it off to the right in behind the net. Another trip in behind the net, no call. Since out in front, Laurentis again with the stick, deflects it away from a Saint waiting for the shot, and Kimberly's going to send it in deep. Jensen with the puck at mid-ice, retreats, gives it up to Carruthers. Carruthers takes a look, gives it back to Jensen, who sends one quickly towards Stenholm, but they can't make the connection, and we'll have icing. Stenholm's going to take this draw. He's able to get it to a Wenatchee Wilderness player who's going to take it off the board and all the way to the other end, and we'll just do this one more time. 2019 left in the first half. Score is 1-1 between the Wenatchee Wilderness and the Mount Academy Saints. Looks like a little confusion over who should be in for the Wilderness as Littler comes in to take the draw. Comes out, goes to Stenholm. Stenholm sends it right back to Littler. We've got a 3-on-2 brewing. Comes out to Johnson. Johnson takes a look, sends it across, and it just misses the net and goes towards the left corner. Saints are there to pick it up. They're going to take it back behind the net. Long pass to an open man. Good pass by the Saints. It comes up to the top of the circle. Good defense as Wenatchee gets back over the top of the circle. Shots, pass is taken, and a great save by Lewis as the pass goes into the slot, and he has to make an adjustment. Wenatchee picks it up at the circle, sends it across into the neutral zone with Jensen. Jensen sends it deep, and Wenatchee's going to get the change. Flynn with the pressure. Saints wrap it around behind the board. Get it into the neutral zone. Hodgson's going to have to play here. Good poke check by Hodgson, sends it into the corner. Wraps it around. There to pick it up's Ball, but it gets sent back in behind the net. Big hit on Wells right up behind the net. Ball loses the handle on it, gives it back to the Saints, and Wells is going to have to come make another play. He gets it in behind the net. Again, Saints are there first. Hodgson's there to pin it up. Out with it's going to come the Saints. Top of the circle, pass down low. Look. In behind the net, and out with it's going to come Wells. Wells gets it out to his forward, but he can't get the handle on it, and the Saints are going to take possession just inside the blue line at the point. Good play by Cathy, puts it outside, and the Saints are going to have to retreat for the offsides. Hodgson will gather it in, make the move, takes it into the neutral zone, sends it up towards Cathy, but an errant pass gives it right back to the Saints. They go to the circle. Fast player, number 9 for the Saints, takes a shot up over the net. Saints will retreat into their zone. Sends it up towards mid-ice. right in the slot, high slot, and the shot's taken off the feet of Laurentis. Into the corner and then back out. Behind the net. And up high where it's picked up, shot blocker to the left. Gathered in at the board by Laurentis and sent towards Stenholm. Kimmerly with the puck. Sends it over towards Jensen where it's touched and dropped into the zone. Saints bring it out into mid-ice. Sent over and across. Shot taken wide right. Carruthers going to pick it up in the corner. He's going to look for a pass. Gets one out towards Schuckman. Schuckman sends it into the center ice where it's picked up by the Saints. Shots taken, put in the glove of Lewis, and we'll have a face-off with 17:20 left in the first half. 1-1 is your score. As I'm looking at my connection, it looks like we do not have a very strong connection here. As we take the face off, I'm going to see if we could, well, it looks like it's okay right now. Maybe it's just a momentary lapse as it goes out towards Littler. Littler takes it at mid-ice, passes it over to Johnson. Johnson makes a move, comes in. Gets it to Flynn in the corner, back behind the net. Saints are there to pick it up. Back pass, and we're going to have a penalty. And penalties look like they'll be offsetting. Boarding by Flynn. And I think about an elbow on the Saints player. As I'm trying to figure out all the penalties there, as both of them go off, it's offsetting, and we're going to play 5-on-5. Saints carry it past mid-ice into the zone with the dump. Chase, that number 9's got a little speed for him. Sends it out towards the front of the net. No one's there to get it except for Connor Jensen, and he's going to skate towards the line, gives it up to Kathy. Kathy jumps it in. Picked up by Jensen, who's on the offensive end. Pass comes across. Can't convert as a good pass by Jensen. Goes in front of the net. Comes back deep. There to get it, Laurentis. Laurentis sends it to Kathy. Kathy sends it across towards Yates. And then just has to dump it in as Wenatchee's going to go for the change. Yates is there with the forecheck. Sent across, touched by Schuckman, and Yates has control. Yates moves across the front of the net. Wide right, sends it back towards the D. Laurentis is there. He takes a shot. It's deflected by two Saints. But in front of the net is Schuckman, and he can't make the connection. Saints with the puck. Off the board, good play there by Carruthers as he stepped up, but it gives it right back to the Saints. The Saints are able to get it into the neutral zone. Yates sends it to Laurentis. Laurentis turns around, takes a look, gets it towards Carruthers. Carruthers is going to send it to the blue line where Schuckman's waiting, and out to Kimmerly. Kimmerly has it taken away by Saint, and we're going to turn the other direction. As their pass goes towards Carruthers, Carruthers gets the deflection. It goes up into the Wenatchee bench, and we'll have a face-off. 15:11 to play in the first half. Score is 1-1 as Littler steps into the circle to take this face-off for the Wilderness. Puck's controlled by Wenatchee, sends it back towards the blue line. Pass is attempted by Hodgson. No one's there to get hold of it, and it goes all the way in for the icing, and we'll step into the Wenatchee end for this draw with 15:03 left in the first period. Littler with the face-off goes towards the Saints. Saints attempt to do a shot, but it's blocked off of Johnson and sent into the Saints end where they gather it up right at the blue line, take it to mid-ice. Good play by Littler on the back check. He dumps it in towards the back of the net. Lots of sticks flying through here as Littler puts a Saint up against the board, picked up by Kathy, I believe. And there's no one there in the middle of the ice to pick it up. And Saints are going to, or excuse me, the Wilderness are going to have to retreat back behind their own net. Hodgson with the puck, sends it towards Wells. Wells moves past center ice, loses control. And number 9, the quick number 9, is put down on the ice by Yates as he had his head down, and Yates made him pay. Pass comes in towards Lewis. Lewis is helped out by a Schuckman defensive play. And Wenatchee sends it out into the neutral zone. 9 with the play again. Good defense there by Hodgson. Sends it off to the left. He sends it towards the middle. It bounces into the neutral zone. And the Saints will have to retreat with Ball and Schuckman on the forecheck. Schuckman now the only one as the Saints go in behind their net. Long pass. No one's there. That's an icing call. And we'll go over to the Saints end with 13:41 left to play in the first. Quick game we've had so far. As Stenholm steps into the circle. Puck goes towards the Saints side. Back in the corner, they wrap it around. Carruthers is there to get it. He sends it towards the net, deflected off to the left by the Saints goalie. In behind the net, out again into that corner. Kimmerly's looking for his stick, and that should be high stick unless Carruthers touches it, and he does. That's not a good call there as Carruthers knocks it up in the air, and then he's the first one to touch it. Should have been allowed to play, but they're going to take it down to the other end. That was a bad call. That was a bad call. So, Saints take it. Jensen comes up and makes the person who gets off the faceoff pay for it as he puts him on the ice. Behind the net it goes. Carruthers sends it towards Jensen. Jensen's going to have to pin it up against the board. And then is able to get it back to Carruthers. Carruthers quickly goes to Kimmerly. Kimmerly gets it out. Good pass by Kimmerly to Stenholm, who's making a move. He's pinched off against the board, and the Saints come up with it. Back behind the net they go, but Kathy's there to get their pass. He's pinned up against the board in the corner. Sends it down towards Stenholm. Stenholm takes the elbow to the back of the head, but is able to keep the puck. Again, all over him is number 2. That on his back. Kimmerly comes over to help. And Kathy comes out with the puck. The referee makes a great defensive play for the Saints as they come out with it. Saints with the shot up over the net on a good opportunity. The net was open in that corner. And the pass comes in behind. And number 9 for the Saints is able to dump it in deep. Wenatchee attempting to get it out, can't get to the pass. It's going to go all the way down, and we'll have an icing at 12:04 left in the first half. Littler steps up against number 9 for the Saints, comes out, sent back in deep as Wenatchee controls it. Wells has the puck, tries to get it out, can't. Off the glove of Lewis and sent off to the right. Johnson with a good play to get to the puck, gets it into their end. He and Flynn are there. Shot by Laurentis is blockered off to the right. Littler's there to pick it up. He's corralled and held up behind the net. Flynn's trying to help out, but the Saints come up with it. In off the glass and all the way down. This again should be icing. And that's what the call is. We'll go to the Saints end and do another face-off. 11:27 left in the first half of a quick game so far. As we're more than halfway through the first half of the game, and it's only been 15 minutes. Face-off goes to Wenatchee. That'll be Flynn, but taken quickly by the Saints and sent out into the neutral zone. There to get it's Jensen. Jensen takes a turn, sends it towards Hodgson. Hodgson sends it up. And Flynn's there to get it towards Littler into the zone, but it's right back into the neutral zone. This time, Flynn sends it to Littler. Littler gets to the top of the circle. He's trying to find an opening off the blocker of the Saints goalie and sent D to D towards Hodgson. Hodgson with the shot, bounces in, off to the left and behind the net, gathered in by a Saint. Send into the neutral zone. Back towards the corner. There to defend it are Jensen and Hodgson. Flynn's going to come up with it. He's going to skate his direction. Puts it into the neutral zone. Yates was the person he was trying to get, but it pass goes in behind him. Saints take it back towards mid-ice, dump it in. Basketball shot is gloved by Lewis, and we'll get the whistle. 10:30 left to play in the first period. Yates steps in. Draw goes to the Saints. Shot taken right into the glove of Lewis, and he'll add another save to his tally as Yates steps back into the circle to do it once more. Back again, same exact play. Goes over this time to the side, up in the mud, shot taken. And we'll get a whistle. Puck was out in front, a lot of contact in front of the net as Carruthers protects his goalie. And we get a whistle and a draw. A lot of talking going on at the ice. The referee's going to step in and let him know that he's not going to stand for that as ball comes in to take the face off. It goes back into the corner. Saints are the first ones to get to it. On the ball victory on the Saints. And Cathy does a good job of getting in front of that puck on the shot from the point. Back behind the net it goes. And a shot's taken from the slot as the Saints pull it in from behind the net, send it right into the right slot, and they bury it right into the top of the right side of the net to get the second scorer of the game for the Mount Academy Saints, making it 2-1 with 10:07 left to play in the first. After the goal, Stenholm steps in the circle to take the face off, goes towards the Saints again. They retreat into their area, send it to mid-ice, get it carried into the zone. Again, that's at number 9. They look for him a lot as he centers it towards the slot. This time the Wenatchee's going to be able to cover it. Wells with the puck, drops it behind the net, stick hits it. Jensen makes a play, and again behind the net it goes. Lewis again gets a stop as it comes out in front. Stenholm with an opportunity, good defensive play, sends the puck in behind the net on what could have been a breakaway. Kimmerly's there to keep it in. Nice, Kimmerly drops a Saint right at the top of the circle, sends it over to Hodgson. Hodgson with the shot, blocked by the Saints goalie, and the Saints are going to turn it the other way. Through mid-ice with the dump, they're going to get behind it, fill in for the Saints, comes with a move, and he puts it in. Number 9, Fillion, I believe his name for the Saints, is a good little center as he comes in, makes the move past Hostin, crosses in front of the net and backhands the goal in at 9:15 to make it a 3-1 game for the Mount Academy Saints. Littler in for the faceoff after the goal. Saints player falls down, giving Flynn an opportunity on the 2-on-1. Pass comes across, but they were able to get a stick on it and cover on a good opportunity for Wenatchee, and a nice attempt at a pass across the middle to the open. I believe it was Johnson on the backside. Just a good play by the Saints defense to stop that opportunity. Littler's faceoff goes towards Wenatchee, but the Saints are the first ones to get there. Johnson sends it in deep. Laurentis with a shot goes up over the net. Saints go D to D behind, comes out, sends it to the middle, and they're able to get it to the neutral zone. Laurentis sends it right back in. Again, there's the Saints to pick it up. Good play by Jensen to keep it in the zone. Flynn steps in on the defense, and now the Saints got another opportunity. backhand goes, and we're gonna have a penalty on Laurentis as he was playing defense, and they're gonna get him on the hook. 8:25 to play in the first half as Laurentis is gonna go into the box with the hooking, and Wenatchee is gonna have to come out on the penalty kill. 3-1 is the score in favor of the Mount Academy Saints. Ball with the face-off, gathered in by Wenatchee. That'll be Carruthers, I believe. Nope, that's Hodgson. As he sends it down the other end. Ball there, quickly put the pressure on. Fillion for the Saints has got a head of steam, and he's gonna move. He carries it all the way through Wenatchee, comes up and with the shot. Good stop by Wells as it goes off of his skate and sent to the right. Saints with another shot off the skates, of ball this time, and it's sent out into the neutral zone by Cathy. Fillion with the puck. Misplay by the Saints gives the chance to Littler to make an opportunity, but he can't quite get to it. Saints will retreat. Flynn with the pressure. Again, Fillion tries to go through two players, and he does. Gets it back into the corner with Jensen on him. Jensen able to take it away. Makes a play. Picked up back by the Saints. They aren't able to get hold of it, and it goes into the neutral zone. They retreat back into their own area. Send it towards mid-ice. Up across the blue line it goes, and back in towards the slot. Good play there by Wenatchee to put it back into the corner. Behind the net goes. Shot taken on the right side, off the shoulder of Lewis, and he's able to put the glove on it as it drops in front of him. Off the face-off, it goes back into the slot, and a one-timer goes to the left side of the net. And the Saints make it a 4-1 game with 6:57 left to go in the first. Yates steps into the circle after the goal. Face-off goes towards the Saints. Off the skate, picked up by Johnson. Johnson makes a move. Poke checked by the Saints. Wells gathers it in neutral ice. And the Wilderness are able to send it in deep. Kept in by Carruthers, sent again back towards the zone. Wells holds it in, takes a shot right into the skates of a Saint, and they're going to turn it the other direction, except for there is Schuckman to keep it in. Should be an icing call, and that's what it is, as we have 6:04 left in the first period, with the score 4-1 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints. Stenholm's faceoff goes back to the center of the Saints. They're going to carry it out into the neutral zone. Back off the wall it goes, top of the circle, pass towards the middle. Good play by Wunschel as he's able to poke check it away. Saints retreat all the way back into the neutral zone. Send it over to their other D as he's going to carry it up through mid-ice. Good play by Kimmerly to take the puck. Kimmerly makes a move, gets into the zone. Back check by the Saints, gets it right back off the stick of a player for the Saints at the blue line. Wunschel gathers it in. He's got pressure, able to avoid it, sends it towards the wall. Good passing there by Wenatchee as it comes up towards Stenholm. Stenholm's got Laurentis, but he's going to drop it in behind the net, looking for some help, turns around, makes a shot towards the 5-hole as he wraps around, and the Saints goalie is able to gather it in. and make the stop. 5:11 left to go in the first period. Littler with the faceoff sends it right back to Yates, who takes just a second to gather it in and then takes the shot from the top of the circle, and it's covered by the Saints goalie. And we'll do it once again. This time it goes off towards the Saints end. They're able to bounce it off the wall, sends it all the way towards the other end. Jensen's going to be there. He picks it up, sends it towards Carruthers. Carruthers is going to move back in behind the net. Jensen towards the front. It goes, but stopped by Carruthers. Carruthers is going to make a move. He's skating through again, just like he did in the first goal. Sends it across, but there's no one there. Although it's very close, as the defenseman for the Saints almost puts it in for the Wilderness. But we're now on the other direction. And number 9 picks up the puck for the Saints, sends it back towards his defense, and it goes out into the neutral zone. Saints are going to move back slowly, retreat, allow their forwards to get in position. Now they're going to make a move. Pass goes directly to Carruthers, but it's taken in by the Saints. Jensen with it, steps out in front of the net, sends it towards Johnson. Johnson gets it into the neutral zone. Pass towards Ball. Ball can't hold on to it, and the Saints are going to take it back into their zone. We're going to have a penalty against Wenatchee after this play as the Saints move, and it's gathered in. We get the whistle. Zach Johnson's going to go into the box with a hit from behind, and the Wilderness will be back on the penalty kill with 3:53 left to play in the first half. Faceoff goes towards the Saints. They're going to take it back in towards the point. Move towards the middle. Shots taken, deflected and in. Off the stick of a Saint in the slot. Directs it from the right to the left, and it drops into the net with 3:47 to play, 6 seconds in to that penalty kill. Score's now 5-1 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints. Littler comes in. And they're going to have a penalty on the Saints as Flynn was going for the puck. And we're going to have a head contact as one of the Saints players comes up to Kyle Flynn and delivers an elbow across the chin. And he'll go to the box. 3:42 left to play in the first half. And we're waiting for the penalty to come on the board. And it's going to be a 2-minute penalty for the head contact as the faceoff goes to the Saints as they go to drop it in. Saints take it in behind the net. Poke check there by Jensen, picked up by Flynn. Flynn skates. He's going to look. Sends it up towards Yates. Yates is going to carry it down the right side. Sends out towards the middle and then deflected by the Saints into the neutral zone. Wenatchee's going to have to reset. Flynn takes it just inside the blue line, sends it across towards Stenholm. Stenholm sends it back to Jensen. And into the circle it goes. Back behind the net is Littler. Littler's tripped. We're going to have another penalty. Let's just give it back to him and get the 5-on-3. And that's what we get. As that whistle comes in, 2:58, and Wenatchee's going to have a 5-on-3 for at least 1 minute and 16 seconds. As Cade Littler's tripped behind the net, drawing the penalty. Littler steps into the circle, start the 5-on-3. Puck goes out to Yates. Yates sends it over to Jensen. Flynn gets it on the other side. Jensen takes it in front of the, or excuse me, just inside the blue line, up to the circle, looking for the back door, can't get it. And a one-timer by Littler goes off wide to the left, wraps all the way around, gets to Jensen. Jensen with it at the point, sends it across to the top of the circle. Littler has it. Yates steps in, tries to get it. Oh, and they had an opportunity. Good defensive play by the Saints. Keep Flynn from getting the backdoor play. 45 seconds left as Littler's going to have an opportunity as they move the puck quickly. Flynn sends it across. It goes right back to him, and Jensen's going to grab it at the circle. Jensen moves in. Top of the circle is Littler. Jensen in the slot with the shot off the leg of the Saints. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Goes to the point. Jensen's there, point to point to Littler. Littler steps in, back behind the net, trying to find an opening. And the shot by Littler is deflected off to the left by the Saints. Littler gathers it in, sends it towards Jensen. Jensen sends it back, and once again, this time Flynn goes across. Shot again is deflected by the Saints. Yates picks it up. That's the end of the 5-on-3. Comes in, takes the shot. Good stick by the Saints. Excuse me. And the puck is sent into the neutral zone. 35 seconds left in the power play as Littler picks up the puck. Littler sends it to Jensen. Jensen's going to take a look, drops it in towards Littler. Littler gathers it in, goes to the circle, takes a shot, and he puts it in. Littler from just right inside the face-off circle, wraps around and puts it under the crossbar to score the goal with 1:21 left in the first half. Power play goal for Littler on the pass from Jensen. That makes the score 5-2 with 1:21 left in the first half in favor of the Saints as ball steps into the circle. Wenatchee controls the face-off, takes it, dumps it in deep, gives chase. Saints are there first. Big hit by Basanta, keeps it in, and a shot's taken by Ball, and it's covered by the Saints goalie. 1:05 left to go in the first half. Ball's face-off goes to the Saints. They skate it through into mid-ice, pass over, comes in, and we're gonna have an offsides. 57.1 seconds left to go in this first half. Littler's there for the face-off. Yates is now on his line. Yates takes the puck, gives it back to Jensen. Jensen takes a look. Going to skate behind his net, switch places with Carruthers, and then get it out towards Flynn. Flynn gives it to Littler. Poke check by the Saints. Keep it in, the Wenatchee in. Jensen's going to have to come pick it up. Again goes to Littler. This time Littler carries it past mid-ice. He's going to take it in himself. Sends it over towards Flynn. Flynn at the top of the circle gets to Yates, and Yates can't make the connection on a good pass from Flynn. Carruthers steps up, sends it towards Littler, who's in front of the net, but it's off the skate of a Saint, and they're going to send it back deep. 24 seconds left in the first half. Jensen with the puck. Gives it back to Carruthers. Carruthers sends it to Yates. Yates is going to skate it himself. Can't get it through the legs of a Saints player, and they give it up on the breakaway. Comes across, in, back, and good leg by Lewis. And the players all over him. They should have given a whistle on the goalie interference as the as the period comes to an end. So that'll be it for the first period. Scores 5-2 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints. I'm going to pull back the camera and put it on there as they go to clean the ice, and we'll just leave this running, and I'll turn the volume down. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes, I would guess, for the start of the second half. Again, the score is 5-2 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints over your Wenatchee Wilderness. And we're back for the start of the second half as both teams enter the neutral zone to take the face-off. Littler's going to be in for Wenatchee, and Fillion for the Mount Academy Saints is going to take the face-off for the Saints. And we get ready, puck goes down, it's going to go back towards Wenatchee. Sends it to Jensen in the neutral zone. Moving up is Carruthers on the pass from Jensen. He tries to get it to Yates, but there was a St. Academy player in the way. Wenatchee takes it right back, and Littler sends it to the top of the circle. Yates takes a shot, and a diving in Flynn just can't quite make the connection, and back the other way go the Saints. Shots deflected first by Flynn and second by Littler, and Wenatchee sends it towards the other end and gets a change. Icing is waved off. Saints take it behind the net. Out with it they come. Send it towards the blue line. Fillion for the Saints gets it and carries it in himself. Top of the circle. Good play by Hodgson to knock it away on the pass. And we're back into the neutral zone. Cathy gets it off a Saints stick, gives up to Basanta. Basanta carries it in, takes a look, top of the circle, carries it behind the net. Saints are there to corral it, but a good help by Cathy brings it back out for Wenatchee. He loses control of it, goes in the center ice, sends it all the way back, deflected off to the right, where it's picked up by Wells. Wells gives it up to Hodgson. Hodgson can't get a handle on it. Out from the corner, good stop by Wells to block that shot in front of the net. Cathy with it sends it towards Schuckman, and two Saints take it away from him. Back the other way we go. Top of into the circle, off of the shoulder pad of Lewis, and sent back into the face-off circle. Comes out to the point, dumped in towards the corner. Pinned up against the corner is a couple Saints and three different Wenatchee Wilderness players. Out with it comes Wenatchee. And that's Schuckman sending it to Kimmerly. Kimmerly with a good move to start, but then it comes off his skate, and Laurentis is going to have to skid it back towards Wunschel. Wunschel sends it towards the wall, out into the neutral zone. Stenholm tries to get on the forecheck. Kimmerly goes and picks it up, sends it to Stenholm again, and it's sent back into the neutral zone. Wunschel drops it in deep. Stenholm's there. He's got an opportunity, and he gets pushed down. And again, there should be a penalty on that, and there is. We've got the whistle. Either of two of them should have been called. Second one finally was. And we're going to have a Wenatchee Wilderness power play at 22:25 left in the game. 5-2 is the score in favor of the Mount Academy Saints as Littler comes in to take the face-off. Face-off goes to Wenatchee. They send it back to the point. Flynn's there. Sends it over towards Jensen. Jensen sends it back to Flynn off his skate. Shots deflected by a Saint, and they send it all the way down towards the other end. 1:50 left in the power play. Behind the net is Jensen. Jensen skates it out, sends it out towards Flynn. Flynn sends it across to a skate. It's just a moving Yates. Yates has a head of steam. He goes in behind the net. Out back to the point is Littler. Just inside the blue line is Jensen. He can't get a handle on it, and the Saints are going to take control. Dumped in towards Lewis off to the left, and Jensen will take it once again. Jensen gives it to Yates. Yates sends it all the way across where Flynn's standing with Littler, and drops back to Littler, and it goes into the neutral zone. Wenatchee's going to have to retreat. Littler gets it at mid-ice. Retreats back to Jensen. Jensen takes a look, and it's stolen by the Saints and comes in. Saints send it back in deep. Littler's there. It's taken, sent up towards Stenholm. Stenholm drops it back in where Jensen's going to pick it up. The Wilderness are going to get a partial line change as Jensen waits. 40 seconds left in the power play. This time it's Flynn with the puck. Flynn takes it into the neutral zone. Drops it over towards Shuckman. Shuckman turns around. Pressure from 3 Saints out at the blue line. It's got to be someone open with that. Comes in towards the middle. Ball's there. And it's covered by the Saints goalie. .48 left to go in the game with 23 seconds left in the power play as Ball steps in to take the face-off. Ball wins that draw, gives it to Hodson. Hodson sends it down to Shuckman, who's right at the outside of the circle. Back to Hodson on the point, and back to Shuckman. Shuckman sends it across towards Carruthers. Carruthers with a shot deflected by his player in front in the slot and goes off to the right. Comes out to the point. Hodson's there. Sends it back to Shuckman. Shuckman carries it in, drops it towards the middle, and can't get the shot in. Cathy's got it behind the net. He comes back out, and we're in 5-on-5 hockey. Carruthers up against the board. Out with it come the Saints. Comes over to the other end. Grabbed by Cathy at mid-ice. Cathy's going to try to get it in, and he sends it deep. Ball's going to give chase. He's got Shuckman with him. Saints are going to come out with it. Bad pass goes the way of Wenatchee, and then it's deflected back to Saints. Good play by Yates. Takes it to the top of the circle. He's looking for Ball. Takes a shot off the shoulder pad. Great play by the Mount Academy goalie as he takes Yates' first shot, and then the deflection shot by either Ball or Shuckman on the left side as he had to skate over and get it onto his leg pad, and then he's able to corral it and get the whistle. Great opportunity for Wenatchee, but in very good job by the Mount Academy Saints goalie to stop both those shots. Faceoff goes towards Wenatchee, out to the point. One-show with it. Oh, and a great attempt on the deflection by Yates on the one-show shot. Just goes just to the right as Wenatchee gathers it in behind the net, sends it up front, picked up by the Saints. Back the other way we go. Good play by Flynn to take the puck. He gets an elbow in the head for it. Neutral zone we go. Lawrences sends it that way. He's put down on the ice at the back end of the play. And the Saints send it behind the net. Flynn's there. Out with it comes the Saints. They took a look. Send it off the board. That should be a high stick. And that's the call. It's touched by Wenatchee. Wells carries it up forward. Shuckman touches it, but the Saints going to get there first. Sends it all the way down. Kimberly, I believe, touched it. They wave off the icing. And Saints are going to get it back up on the board, but out with it comes Wells. Hodson's going to go to the box on the whistle with 18-17. And he seems to be talking to the referee. And we're going to have 2 penalties. I believe it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Hodgson, and Wells is also going to go to the box for holding, I believe. And Wenatchee's going to have a 5-on-3 penalty kill to deal with 18-17 left. They don't call it a 5-on-3, it's a 5-on-4, unsportsmanlike for Hodgson. Doesn't count against the numbers. And Wenatchee's able to get to the puck and keep it on the Saints end. Littler sends it over towards Jensen. Jensen carries it back. As he retreats, gets it over to Carruthers. Carruthers sends it to Flynn. Flynn sends a shot in up above the net, and it wraps around. First player to get there is Lawrences, and he loses his stick, and the Saints come up with the puck. Up to the point, shot deflected off of Flynn's skate and back into the left corner. Up into the slot, they go, shot taken, deflected up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. 17:27 left in this contest. 1:10 left in the penalty for Wenatchee. Ball steps in, he's gonna take the face-off. Comes back out, first person to get there is Johnson. He gets it to the neutral zone, applies the pressure. And they get it again. That was Johnson, but he puts it off a Wunschel and it stays in the Wenatchee end. Comes in just inside the blue line, over the top of the circle. Back into the circle, one-time attempt, it's missed by the Saints. Comes out in front. Saints come the other direction. Skated across the blue line. Yates with the hit, applying the pressure. There's a big trip, that one's not called. On Carruthers, oh it is, finally gets the call as Carruthers goes down in a heap, and we're gonna get the tripping call against the Saints. Okay, 16:32 left to play in this contest. Scores 5-2 in favor of Mount Academy. Wenatchee will have 15 seconds left in their penalty, and we'll put 2 minutes on the board for the Saints. So 4-on-4 hockey for 15 seconds in the Wenatchee power play as Littler enters the circle to take the face-off. Puck goes out towards the Saints. They take it back towards the blue line. Enter, shots deflected off of Flynn. Jensen's there, sends it behind the net to Yates. Wenatchee's gonna be on the power play. Comes out to Flynn, Flynn gives it up to Yates. Yates is gonna carry it himself, gets it across ice, post checked by the Saints, sends it all the way the other direction. 1:35 left in the Wenatchee Wilderness power play. Jensen with the puck, he skates it himself. Gets it out to Yates, Yates carries it across mid-ice, takes a look, and he's gonna bring it across the blue line and dump it to Littler. Littler sends it back around the boards. And the Saints are the first ones to get to it, and they send it to Jensen at mid-ice. He retreats, loses control of the puck, and Littler's gonna have to come recover it. Littler sends it up towards Stenholm. Stenholm crosses the ice, gives it to Flynn. Flynn takes a look and gives it back to Yates. Yates gives it to Jensen at the top of the circle. Back in behind the net in the corner is Zach Johnson. I believe he's the other one that's out. No, that's Yates. I apologize. And in front of the blue line is Jensen. Top of the circle, Littler. He takes a shot off of Saint, and it comes out to Jensen. Jensen gives it up to Flynn, who's put down on the ice. Behind the net it goes. Out comes Stenholm. He sends it to Yates. Yates takes a look, and it comes out to Jensen up top. Littler with it, gives it to Yates. Yates takes Littler's position, sends it to Littler. Littler comes across, shot taken off the back side of the net. Good job by Jensen to get back to that puck as it was starting to skate towards the blue line. Stenholm tries to take a shot, deflected by the Saints back towards the point. Jensen knocks it in to Flynn. Flynn with the shot, goes right in the midsection of the goalie, and next second shot was attempted by Flynn. He can't quite get it, goes a little bit to the left. Yates sends it across, and it goes, oh, good cover by the Saints goalie, and there's a shot to the head of Flynn. And we're gonna get a whistle. 14:11 to play. And I'm not sure, it's called as the Saints player lays on top of the puck. We're just gonna come out to the circle, no penalty on the play. And both teams will take this opportunity to get a line change. 14:11 left to play in the game. Coach McKelvey's having words with the referee over by the bench as we wait. Now the referee goes over towards the Saints bench, and he's going to talk to that referee as well. And he's going to continue talking as the puck's dropped. Saints take possession of the puck, send it out and across, goes back into the Saints end. Johnson there with the forecheck. And Johnson gets a big hit right there inside the blue line to make the puck turn over. Cathy's going to be there, pinned up against the board. Out with it come the Saints. And they send it back into their end to try to make a play. Wunschel with a good stop when he takes control, sends it back to the Saints end. They're going to retreat back behind their net. Picked up by Cathy, and he sends it in deep. Ball's there. Got Johnson in the slot. Gets past him on a bouncing puck, but Johnson's going to chase it and does a good job to come up with it behind the net. Johnson with it in the corner. Takes a look. Going to skate across the front. Poke check by the Saints. Carruthers steps up. Shot's taken. Just to the left, it goes back into the net. Saints carry it across mid-ice. They move it up forward. Good poke check by Carruthers. Keeps it away from number 9. And Schuckman's going to move. Puck goes down into the corner. Saints pick it up. Behind the net, they take a look. Cathy's there. Wrap us around. And Carruthers can't make the connection. It's going to go all the way to the other end for the icing. 12:45 left to play in this contest. Score is 5-2 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints. Stenholm with the face-off comes out and goes to Yates. Excuse me, that was Basanta. I thought it was Yates initially. Puck's now with Stenholm. He makes a good move, comes over and gets tripped by his own man. And out, but it's still kept in by the Wenatchee Wilderness. Stenholm tries to get a shot. Sticks lifted by the Saints. They're going to go the other way. Good play by Carruthers to get a stick on what was going to be a good pass by the Saints. They just send it in deep. There to pick it up is Jensen. Taken from him by the Saints, hit the point. Missed shot by the Saints on a good opportunity. And these Wilderness are going to come back the other way. Schuckman with it. Takes the shot. Glove save by the Mount Academy goalie. 11:59 to play in this contest. Looks like we're having a little bit of signal issues back and forth. I hope it's not too choppy in there. As Littler steps into the circle.
Why is Sally up? Do you know what the penalty was?
Was talking to one of the family members here about a call as Wells continues to be in the box. We're trying to figure out why he's still in there. And now we come back. Wunschel with the puck. Sends it in the direction of Flynn. Comes in towards the blue line. No icing on the call. Littler loses his feet. Don't believe there was any contact with that, as the Saints take it just out into the neutral zone. Hodson there on the defense. Comes out to Flynn. Flynn skates it towards the blue line, tries to get it to Yates. Unsuccessful. Jensen is way up on the forecheck. Good play by Hodson to get his stick on that pass, and Jensen's going to pick it up behind the net. 10:57 left to play in this contest. Yates with the puck. Skates it in off the board. And Yates comes out with it. Shot taken off the face mask of the goalie and back behind the net. Good play by Carruthers. Put his stick on it twice, but the Saints are still able to control it. Jensen gets a stick on the shot. Comes out behind the net. He's going to take a look. Gets it out to Johnson into the neutral zone. And back into the Saints end. Ball giving chase. Up along the boards in front of me. Carruthers gets it. He steps up. He's going to make a move. Comes across. Backhanded shot. Goes across the front. No one can get it on the back end, but we've got a penalty. Lewis goes in as Wenatchee gets the sixth player, and it's touched by the Saints, and we're going to get the call. And we're going to get the hook by the Saints, giving us a 2-minute advantage at 10:02 left to play in the game. Littler steps in, faceoff goes back behind him. Out with it comes the Saints, and they send it all the way down to the Wenatchee end. Jensen's giving chase. Good move there by Flynn as he stakes it in, sticks. Hit it as he goes for the shot. It drops back towards Jensen. Picked up by Yates in the corner. Yates skates it back towards Flynn at the circle. Behind the net it goes. Yates is there. Sends it out to the point. Littler to Jensen. Back to Littler. He steps up. Passes down low. Yates steps up and it goes in. Flynn takes the puck on a baseball shot and taps it into the net. Down on the ice is Yates. He gets up slowly, but called that goal. Littler to Yates, to Flynn for the goal on a nice piece of coordination, hand-eye coordination, as Flynn's able to put it in the back of the net and make this 5-3 with 9:14 left to go. Credit, again, Littler to Yates and Flynn for the goal. After the goal, faceoff goes in the Wenatchee end. Poke check there by Carruthers, gets it up to Ball. Ball sends it over towards Cathy. Cathy with the shot. Hodgson sends it back in deep. There to pick it up is Ball. Ball sends it back in towards the corner. Cathy's going to grab it from there. Out in front of the net. Shot taken up over the net by Johnson. Carruthers is going to gather it in. Sends it in behind. Ball's going to be there. Two Saints are going to get towards him. Puck comes out in the middle, and we get a whistle. Little contact in front of the net after the whistle. And now we've got a timeout. 8:26 left to play. Scores 5-3. 2-goal advantage for the Saints over the Wenatchee Wilderness. Both teams come back out to the ice. We'll have a face-off, left circle in the Saints' end. There to take it's going to be Littler. He's got Yates and Flynn on the wings with Laurentis and Wunschel on defense. Puck goes down, comes back to the Wenatchee end. Wunschel sends it in deep. On chase is Littler. Littler stops. Yates is going to pick it up. Comes out of the corner. Picked up in the circle by the Saints, and we'll head the other direction. Yates comes out of the corner. He's got the puck. He takes a look, sends it all the way across towards Littler. And we're going to get an icing call. Ball steps into the circle, comes back out to the Saints. Saints send it towards the point, but it goes back into their end. 7:45 left to play in this game. Up off the glass, goes back to Jensen. Jensen turns around, sends it to Carruthers. Towards the front, it's going to go all the way down. It was touched by a Saint, no icing on the play. Back into the corner, and Saints player goes up into the board on his own. That was no contact by Wenatchee. And puck bounces over Carruthers' stick. Jensen's going to have to make a play. There to help out is Cathy. It comes back into the corner, picked up. Oh, there's a holding right there on Carruthers as he goes for the puck. 77 should have gotten called for that, but there is no call. Carruthers skates it himself, sends it over to Ball. Ball comes in, sends it across. Good play, and it goes in. Good play by Wenatchee as they come down. Carruthers sends it to Ball. Ball makes an excellent pass to the other side. And it's buried by Cathy to make this a 5-4 game with 7:06 left to play. Play of the game so far by Wenatchee as they bring it down. Carruthers stick handling all the way from behind the net, gets it across the blue line, gives it to Ball. Ball takes it, instead of taking the shot, does a backwards cross the ice pass to Cathy, who buries it into the net, making it 5-4. Littler with the face-off comes back into the Saints. Yates picks it up off the pass, and he goes back in. Another great play. 5 seconds later for Wenatchee to tie this up as Littler comes across, gives the puck up to Flynn. Flynn puts one off the right post. It bounces out, and Littler buries it to make it a 5-5 game with 6:59 left to play. So Wenatchee comes all the way back, making this a contest. Littler with the face-off comes back to Yates. Yates steps up. He's going to cross mid-ice, takes a look, sends it back in deep towards the Saints end, picked up by the Saints, comes out to the point, and Hodgson puts a shot in. Puck comes out and sent out of play. And we're going to get a penalty as Littler is put down on the ice in front of the net. And it's going to be on the Saints, number 27, and Wenatchee is going to have a power play with 6:43 left to play in this contest. 5-5 is your score as Wenatchee's come back from a 5-2 deficit to make this a contest. Saints take it off the pace-off, comes back to the point. Flynn's there to gather it in. He sends it across, but it's deflected towards Jensen at mid-ice. Wenatchee will have to reset. Pass is given back to Flynn. Flynn sends it across towards Yates. It goes off his skates, and The Saints are going to send it all the way back behind Wenatchee's net. Pressured by the Saints, send it back over to Flynn. 1:35 left to go in the power play. Jensen's got the puck. He's going to skate it himself. Through the legs and tries to get a shot. Deflected off to the left by the Saints goalie. Littler gets it, sends it to the point. Yates is going to have it. Back to Littler. Yates. Jensen inside the blue line. Over to the other side. That's Flynn. All the way across. Yates can't gather it in on the back door. Yates takes it. Sent towards Littler. Littler puts the shot in off the leg pads of the Saints goalie and back to Jensen. Jensen gives it up to Yates. Yates at the top of the circle moves in. Littler behind the net and then off a stick and towards the other end. 55 seconds left in the penalty. Hodgson gets it, sends it over towards Carruthers. Carruthers carries it in, back behind the net. He's taking a look, comes up, rolls off a stick, or I think he would have tried a backdoor shot. Cathy gets it, gives it towards Ball, back to Cathy. Out to the point, that's Hodgson. Hodgson sends it across to Carruthers. Carruthers sends it down low to Ball. Ball takes the shot, bounces off of Saint, and is sent into the neutral zone. Hodgson chases it down, turns around, 9 seconds left in the penalty. Cathy with it, crosses probably an offside's not called. Gives it to Hodgson. Hodgson makes a move, good move by Hodgson. He takes a look, sends it over. Oh, stick deflects it up into the net. Or Ball would have had a great opportunity. 4:39 left to play. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Face-off goes to Saints. They bring it out. Shot taken, comes in off the stick of the Saints goalie. Back the other way we go. That's an offsides play, but it's not called, but it's picked up by Wenatchee. Wells is back in the game, gives it up to Schuckman. Schuckman makes a move. Stenholm picks up the poke after the poke check. Saints on the move, turn around. Schuckman with the puck. He drops it over towards Wells. Wells has got an opportunity. He moves it in. Into the corner we go. Back towards the point. Jensen picks it up. Shot is off the leg pad of a Saint and back into the corner. Saints have control. Move it into the neutral zone. Back across the line. Offsides is the call. Saint, after the face-off, goes to Jensen. Jensen sends it in behind the net. Lorenzis sends it forward. Yates is on the run. See if he can outrun the Saints. Both of them get there about the same time. And it goes back the other direction. 3:24 left to play in this tied game. Move through Lorenzis. Shots taken. Good play by Wells to get it deflected off to the left. They come back in towards the middle. No one's there. Out towards in front of the net. Back over towards the top of the circle. Shot taken off of Lorenzis' skate and goes off to the left. Saints pick it up. Back towards the point. In the middle of the circle. Shot taken. Deflected off of Littler. And Lewis gets the cover. 2:40 left to play in this contest. Ball with the face-off comes out to Cathy. Cathy carries it into the neutral zone, gives it towards Johnson, and then he takes it into the slot. Shot taken, glove save by the Saints goalie on the shot by Cathy. 2:31 left to play in this contest. Puck on the faceoff is grabbed by Saints. Good pinch there by Wells. Sends it back into the corner. Out in front it comes. Now grabbed by Johnson. They're going to move it across the blue line up towards the top of the circle. Shot taken. Waved off by the referee on the side I can't see. Wenatchee's calling for So 10-minute misconduct's given to Wells again. He'll be out for the rest of this game. And he's going to skate off into the locker room. I'm not sure what he did on the end of that to gain the misconduct. But Wells heads to the locker room. And we'll continue to play 5-on-5 hockey. So 2:12 left to play in this game as Littler enters the circle. It's tied. Faceoff goes to Yates. Yates is going to step towards the circle, takes a look, sends it across top. Carruthers with the shot, deflected off to the left by the Saints. At the point, Carruthers with the puck, drops it in towards Flynn, and it's covered by the Saints goalie. 1:57 left to play in this game. Littler enters. Faceoff comes back to the point. Carruthers is there to get it. He sends it towards Flynn. Flynn tries to make a move, sticks all over the ice. Out with it comes Littler. Littler's behind the net, tries to get to Flynn, can't quite make it happen. Jensen, point-to-point pass. Carruthers with a shot towards the middle. Back towards behind the net. Flynn is Littler, pinned up against the board. Out with it comes Flynn and Yates. Yates makes a move. A good stop by Carruthers at the blue line, keeps it in. Littler's going to grab it at the circle. He goes behind the net trying to get it out in front to Yates. Can't quite make the play. Saints are going to come the other direction. Oh, a great play by Flynn. Gives it back to Yates, sends it over, and oh! Littler misses it. And he gets tackled on the play. No call on the tackle. But it comes out to Jensen on the point. Back behind the net we go. Comes to Jensen. Jensen takes a shot off the skate of the Saints. Flynn gets to a backhand and it goes across the front of the net. So close, and he takes a stick. That would be Littler takes a stick in the gut, and we get an icing call with 45 seconds to go in this game. It appears that as far as any kind of contact goes, the refs are going to swallow the whistles in this last minute. And we get a timeout by Wenatchee, and they're going to set up a play with 45 seconds to go. So we'll have to talk to the coaches and Wells after this game is over to see what the word is that he's using on the referees that caused the misconduct. as the Saints come back onto the ice, and they're ready to start the last 45 seconds of this regulation game. Score is 5-5 as Littler enters the circle, comes out towards the Saints. They put it in behind the net, send it all the way down on the stretch play. It doesn't touch anyone, and we're going to get an icing. Littler comes back into the circle after the icing. Comes out, Saints again take control. Carruthers keeps it in, gives it back to Yates. Through the skates, and Yates is going to come up with it at the top of the circle. He sends it towards the net, stick off to the right by the goalie, off the board back to the Saints. Saints put it into the middle, Yates gets it. He sends it in the zone. Littler's got an opportunity. He makes a move, takes a shot right in the midsection of the goalie. 12 seconds left to go in this game. Jensen gets it, he's going to retreat. 7 seconds to go, and he's going to play for overtime as he carries it behind the net and waits for the end of the game, and that's it. So we're going to go to overtime, and we'll find out what that's going to be as we take a second to prepare. So I couldn't hear what the referee said as they're describing overtime. We've got 5 minutes on the clock. It looks like it'll be 5-minute overtime. Sudden death overtime for 5 minutes. And I'm not sure if it'll be 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. And we're going to be 3-on-3 as teams change ends of the ice. And we start this overtime matchup. Littler's going to come in, take the face off. He's got Kathy and Jensen with him. And it goes back towards the Saints end. Good move by Jensen. He takes a shot up over the net and over to the left. Kathy's there to gather it in. Comes back the other way. And Saints are going to retreat onto their end and make the move. Number 9 for the Saints comes in behind the net. He takes a look and sends it up top. Drops it back to him at the circle. Move made. Back in towards the corner and jumped up off the board. Opportunity for Kathy as he's going to have a breakaway. He's got the shot. It goes right into the midsection of the goalie. They blow the whistle. Good opportunity for Kathy as they get a breakaway. And the shot goes right into the midsection of the goalie, and we'll have a face-off in the Saints' end. Yates is on the face-off, gets it back to Carruthers. Carruthers takes a look, drops it back to Yates. Yates gives it up to Carruthers. Carruthers makes a move, takes a look on the other end. Skates in towards the middle. Oh, towards the front. Flynn was there. Can't quite gather it in, and the Saints are going to go back the other direction. Takes a look. Flynn probably had a trip. No call. Comes in off the feet of the referee, and Carruthers is going to skate it himself. Puck goes in from the side, lifted up by the goalie, and moves back the other direction. 3:23 left in the overtime as Yates gets the puck off his feet. He's got a 2-on-1. He moves past the blue line. He's got Flynn. Pass goes off a Saints player's leg, and we're going the other direction. Jensen's on the defense. Got Zach Johnson with him. Jensen gets it, sends it towards ball. Back into the neutral zone. We'll reset. Good play by Ball. Gets the puck back out towards Johnson. Johnson gives it to Jensen. 2:51 left to go in the overtime period. Jensen skates it himself, gets it into the neutral zone, past mid-ice, stops, sends it over to Ball. Ball's going to take it back. He's going to take a look, and he goes back to Jensen. Jensen sends it to Johnson into the zone. Johnson makes a good move. Johnson gets to it. Puck comes out. Ball's there, and can't get in time to make the shot. Back in behind the net it goes. Into the corner, and back towards the point. Ball at the circle, makes a good move, comes in, shot taken, deflected into the netting by the Saints. 2:11 left to play in this contest. Excuse me, in this overtime. Faceoff goes to Carruthers. Carruthers comes back, stick check by the Saints, but it gets back in to Cathy. Cathy has it taken away from him, and they're on a race back as the Saints come in towards. Littler's there, shot taken off the face mask of Lewis, and into the corner. Saints dump it down back into the corner, pick it up. Pressure there by Stenholm, and it goes the other direction. Oh, excuse me, that's Carruthers. I thought it was Stenholm. Carruthers sends it to Littler. Littler at the top of the circle, 1:36 left to play in the overtime. Makes a move, takes a look, got Yates off the arm and lifted up back into the corner. Yates is there to pick it up, and we've got a whistle. And it'll be a high stick. Carruthers is going to go into the box for the high sticking. Must have made contact with a Saints player as he lifted it up, and now Wenatchee is going to be at the one-man disadvantage. So for 2 minutes, it'll be 4-on-3 for the Saints. Saints make a move, come across towards the front, sit inside the blue line, steps up to the circle, sends it across the other point. Steps up to the circle, back to the slot, into the circle, right at the face-off circle. Shot comes in behind the net, comes in the front, and it goes in. So a valiant effort by the Wilderness to come back from the 5-2 deficit to tie this in regulation is turned away by the Saints as they score an overtime goal at 1:02 and take the victory. Great play by the Wilderness to come back, and they come up just short in this game. So we get ready and have the as they come up to get the obligatory handshakes. On what was a very, very well played game by both teams. And I believe that I called that game for Lewis as the goalie the whole game, but now I think I made a mistake and it was Bovey in net. So I apologize to Mr. Bovey for getting that mistake as I see them come through and I hadn't been paying attention to the numbers. Or they've switched goalies at some point in the game. Anyway, I believe Bovey was in at the end. And that'll be it for the first game of the daily doubleheader for the Wilderness today, and we will see if we can live stream the next one. But I believe we are back at their arena where I don't have Wi-Fi or very good cell access to be able to live stream. Those games will be uploaded as soon as I can. In fact, I get back to the hotel today, I will try to put one up on the YouTube page from yesterday, the game from yesterday. So again, your final score is 6-5 in favor of the Mount Academy Saints in overtime over the Wenatchee Wilderness. And that's calling into this broadcast, and get ready for the next game here from New Hampshire.